water treatment process may vary slightly at different locations depending on the technology of the plant and the water it needs to process, but the basic principles are largely the same. Take a look at what some of our water professionals do to make sure that you have clean and safe drinking water provided to your homes daily.
Here we're standing in front of our reservoirs, and this is where our water starts, just to give you clean, safe drinking water. And the reservoirs, the water that's in the reservoirs, it actually comes from Savannah River, and from the Savannah River it goes to the pumping station, and the pumping station actually pumps to us. And from the reservoirs to our plant, we start treating your water. The first process will be coagulation. The second process will be flocculation. And the third part will be sedimentation and then filtration. And we will explain that to you later. Hello, we're out in front of my water basins, and this is what I was talking to you earlier about the raw water that's coming from the reservoir. Here we have coagulation. This is when we add chemicals, positive chemicals to negative charge things like water, sand, and silt in the water. They join together like a magnet. And then we have flocculation, which we have flocculators that spin and they make the particles larger and they settle out. So therefore we have sedimentation as well. So we have coagulation here, flocculation, and we have sedimentation. And the whole process is anywhere from 2 to 4 hours.
Hello, my name is Ethan Rock. I'm a Class 3 operator here at Highland Avenue. What you are in now is our control room. In this room we're able to see real-life data and real-life flows that are going on through our plant, as well as the chemical dosages that we are needing to meet the efficient requirements that are regulated by the state and federal. Brief preview here. This just gives you an overview of kind of all of our different points of the plant that we regulate and watch on a continuous 24 hours a day. We have first shift, second shift, and third shift. We work around the clock to make sure that the water is of standard.
Hi, my name is Star, and I work with the Augusta Utilities Water Quality Lab. And what we do here is we double check basically the water that is produced here at the Highland plant, as well as we test for the EPA requirements, as well as the Georgia EPD requirements throughout the county. Like I said, here we just do daily testing, and some of it is just things like hardness testing, bacteria testing. This hardness test is your basic titration we end up doing in here, and it's something we end up monitoring. Like I said, more on a daily basis. Let's see what we got. Alright. That is off. Change. Come on, a little more. What I'm looking for is that nice dark blue color. That's purple. And there goes the blue. Alright, exactly 1 mil. Right. The other thing we do, just more in line for the EPD, is we do microbiology testing. We have 120 sites every month that we pull for bacteria testing, pH, chlorine testing. It's one thing to make the water and know it's safe here at the plant, but we also have to verify that it's safe when it gets out to the public. So we test down to Sandbar Ferry Road, down below Hepzibah McBean, all the way out Washington Road and Stevens Creek. And we have some bacteria in the incubator right now, so they have to be grown at a very specific temperature. Because the bacteria we grow has literally like 2 degrees temperature it has to be maintained at to basically encourage growth, if there is any. And so we have these incubators which we have to monitor, and this is where we end up storing our samples. And so these are what we call routine samples we collected yesterday. They aren't read until about 11 o'clock today. Because what we're trying to do is encourage any bacteria growth if it's there. We don't want it to be there. but we're just proving that it's not. Like everything else, everything has to be constantly monitored. So we do temperature checks all the times of all of our equipment. And like I said, with this narrow range, we have to verify in the morning, in the afternoon, that everything is at peak efficiency. So there is no mistakes or errors. Because we also do the EPD testing for like lead and copper, all these different requirements by federal law. We end up collecting the sample bottles and we send it off to Atlanta, Georgia EPD lab there, and they do the actual testing. But we are the ones who run around and pull all the samples in a precise manner. We have some samples that have to be collected with 0 headspace. And so you have to make sure you have that technique down to collect it so there's no air bubbles in it. And pretty much we do that to meet all the federal requirements. It's not just the state of Georgia, it's the federal EPA. And so far, Augusta's got a very good reputation for it. All the lead and copper pretty much comes back clean. All the bacteria tests come back absent, is what we're after. And we do have chlorine that reaches all the way out in far reaches of the county. Well, that was just a small glimpse of the world of water quality we have here at Highland Plant. So I hope you all enjoy this presentation and drink tap.
This message is brought to you by Augusta Utilities, where clean water is not just an option because water is life.